Here we are, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful afternoon, and we are in downtown Marietta, just about a half mile to a mile from the Big Chicken, and basically right across the street from the Marietta Diner, for those of you that are familiar with the area. And we are here at Project Escape. This is my favorite escape room location. I have done with my friends and Jess, we have done every room here. They are all fantastic, and we have a blast every single time. We're big, big, big escape room folks. We even did one of the rooms here with Chad for the only escape room that he's got to experience, and of course he had a blast too. Come along with me. I'm going to take you inside. I'm going to show off some of the rooms, talk to the staff, the guys that have been working here from the get-go, and explore a little Project Escape with me. All right, guys, here's the lobby. Got the big Project Escape sign right on the wall when you come in. Got this beautiful mural here in the lobby while you wait, as well as tons of other little games and things to do, as well as printed offsets of the escape room rules and tips if you're waiting for your game to take place. Okay, you can sit here and prepare and wait in the lobby. Okay, the check-in desk, of course, right here. You've got the difficulty level, so you have an idea of what you're getting yourself into depending on which game you're playing. And we've got some folks right now that are doing Vault and doing Planet Express. And I am going to be able to show you guys the rooms here in just a second. We'll walk through and talk about them. The They Escaped board out here. If you escape your room, you get to sign the board, and they've got multiple boards. They used to do this with the doors of the actual rooms themselves, but ran out of room, so now they have this. The first one I'm going to show you guys is Knight's Quest. Okay, very medieval themed. You can see the lighting in here is much darker, supposed to just look basically like torchlight or candlelight within here. It is just one room. Okay, it's a pretty long room, but obviously you still wouldn't want a whole lot of people in here. It gives you a very Middle Ages, medieval times feel. You can see, if this looks familiar, this was in Ghostbusters, so I always kind of pop for that. You've got some big armoires flanking both sides of the room, even in the rear. You've got, of course, a long medieval table that you would sit and have a feast at. You've got pencils and paper to write on as you go through the TV. You've got 5 clues. You have an hour while you're in here, and then your game master, if you have any questions or if they want to give you hints where it says welcome to the castle, that's where that would show up. You've got a fireplace. Got a medieval map that I'm not going to focus too much on because, again, it's part of the game. And then you have our friend over here in his suit of armor and coat of arms up against the wall. But really, really, really fun room. This is, oh, and I didn't show the chess set. Let me show the chess set because Ty would love this, our little chess master. But this is a fun room. This is probably the easiest room that they have, and this is the only room that Chad has done. We did this with Chad. He had a lot of fun. Great, great, great first room. Before I show you guys the next room, I want to show their party room because you can come and host parties here, birthday parties. I've actually held one of my former swim team banquets here and let the kids do a bunch of rooms while we also celebrated the end of our season. So a lot of fun. As you can see, Best of Cobb. Next room I'm going to take y'all into is Nautilus. So this is themed after 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I was really excited to do this room when I got the opportunity because I was a big, big, big fan of the former Disney ride of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and Captain Nemo. And you actually start split in this particular escape room. Your party does. So half of you will be in this parlor room, and the other half will start here in the engine room. And where I'm standing right now, this doorway will be shut. So y'all will be shut off and have to communicate through the walls for the first part. So you can see it's a much bigger room than the Knight's Quest room, but still all of these rooms, as you guys can see, hopefully on the video, are so very well themed. They take so much pride and put so much effort into the theming. Okay, and this is a family-owned, family-run business. We've had several of our friends and my former students have come and worked here and still do. And we've been huge fans of Project Escape and help them and want to support them and give them our patronage and our friends' patronage as much as we can, because they do such good work. And they're great people too. So the other room I can go ahead and show you guys right now is the wheel, which is right up front here, and it is themed like an old style train car. So you take a look at this and you should have like Murder on the Orient Express or Murder on the Nile, you know, the Hercule Poirot movies and books type feel here. So 1940s, 50s, 60s, that period. You know, it is kind of small. You have an extra car right here. If you want to, you can throw on some 40s, 50s garb and kind of show that off and fit into the time period. You can see you have a little longer in the wheel to try and solve it, but same number of clues. But very cool theming. You've kind of got the bar over here that you can hang out on, more stuff to write with. And of course, there's a mirror so you can see yourself here. If you actually go to the Project Escape website and pull up the page for the wheel, you'll see a picture of yours truly, of when I was actually going through with my friends and Jess and playing through this particular, this is bad, but look, don't poke Tut's eyes out. But when we were playing through it and I was dressed up, you can kind of see that picture on their website. But this is their newest game. It is really good. It is one of the harder ones. It's not as hard as Nautilus, but it is I believe the second ranked on their list. They are hiring for game masters, which tends to be a pretty cyclical job because they're college students or upperclassmen in high school. And I love the fact that sense of humor is required to be a game master. But the kids graduate from college, go off, and then bring a whole new batch of kids in. But every game master we've ever had here has been exceptional. Right, this is where the magic happens, back in the control room here. So they are running through Planet Express, the outer space type room. And he's running the game master there. Doug's with me. Y'all remember Doug from my Europe videos. Doug is listening in on whatever's going on in Planet Express. And then I love this poster right here. I actually have this poster on my wall in my classroom for my psychology class. And then right here are the ones running through Vault. So hopefully I'll be able to show you guys those rooms once the kids are done in there. So now I'm back in the break room, just chilling, watching the kids go through Vault, and they are doing a really good job so far. They still have 36 minutes left too. So back in the control room, Doug hanging back there. I wanted to talk just a little bit about the history of this place, because at one point they had 2 locations here in the same complex, but they did close one and then moved everything over here, just a bigger space. They've been around for about 7 years, I believe, 2016, and we found them pretty quickly. But it is owned and operated and founded by the Woods family, Brandy, who's here, and JR. And JR does a lot of the building of the sets. and the rooms that you've seen, very, very handy. And then they have run this operation primarily with the help of their daughters, Savannah and then Sydney, who I showed you guys earlier. She's the game master that's running the vault room right now. And then, like I said, a bunch of other kids that have come through here and worked on these. And of course, all the rooms were kind of their brainchild. They came up with them, they themed them, and they're fantastic. Every couple of years, they'll retheme one, bring a whole new idea in, so you can have a whole nother adventure. Okay, a little bit of a room update. These are our vault folks. They've got about 17 minutes left, and they are doing fantastically, so hopefully they should be able to escape. And then we'll pan over here to our Planet Escape folks. They've still got about 21 minutes. They started a little later, but they are ahead too, so hopefully they'll be able to get out. And if not, they'll be really, really close to getting out if they can't. So our vault kiddos escaped. They are going back into the room to take a picture now. They have about 5.5 minutes left when they got out and disarmed the bomb. And then our Planet Express folks still have about 7 minutes, and they are still working. Oh, for posterity. This could be a thumbnail.
Did you vlog?
That's what I'm doing right now. You're on it right this second. See, so the kiddos will get to sign the door because they got out.
Yeah, we did. We won. You're so corny.
How am I corny?
You're a dad.
I am a dad.
Look, they get to sign the door.
I do. I'm excited for y'all. Y'all get to sign the door.
Who signed it? John Hancock.
I don't know. My name used to be up there. It's probably been written over 1,000,001 times now. Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know if I'm going to be able to go into Vault to show you guys since they're resetting it, since the kids just got out. But it is Fallout themed. Okay, so it is a bunker. And for those of you familiar with the video games, for the Fallout series, that's what the room is themed after. And it's a lot of fun. And for those that don't make it out, they get to come out here and have their pictures taken with whatever signs they want. And then another awesome room that is one of their more difficult is Planet Express, and they're going to be resetting that room, so I'm not going to be able to show you that. That's the one that our other group did that they unfortunately did not get out, but they were super close. And it's space themed. It's like, Star Trek, Star Wars, that type of feel. And that's our trip to Project Escape out here. Sorry I couldn't show you guys those other two rooms since the kids were in them. And then they were having to reset them for the next group because they've got another party coming in right after us. But the kids had a blast. It was a lot of fun. Great way to spend the day. Don't want to forget my subscriber shout out. So since it's very fitting that we're at Project Escape, subscriber shout out for this video is going to go to Sydney Keener, who works here at Project Escape still. So thank you, Sydney, for always supporting us and believing in us and subscribing to the channel. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give a like down below, as it goes a long way to help out our channel. If you've got any questions, comments, please leave those. I'll be happy to answer them and discuss them with you. And if you're not subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button, as we're trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. And right now we're about 10 away from 400. So we'd really appreciate that. Until next time, what's your why?